it's like, well, hold on. Right. There's something super wrong here.
Yeah, can you change a man? Because God knows we all try to change men.
And then we hold them hostage to an uncommunicated expectation. We get upset with them,
so bad.
right? And then we treat them based upon something that they never had an opportunity to respond to.
And that's what I think a lot of women do not accept and do not believe. Well, if he really loves me, he would spend more time with me. There is no gray area with men. It really, really isn't. We ignore the signs because we want to believe in the fantasy. We want to believe in like the possibilities and the potential. It's your girl Kalima, and you're watching Kalima Cam, where I help you
get it up.
Get your edutainment up, get your positivity up, and get your wisdom up, because Kalima Cam is where pop culture meets wisdom. So hit that subscribe button, because today I'm going to help you get your relationships up, baby. Woo. Yeah, can you change a man? Because God knows we all try to change men. That goes for whatever kind of relationship you are in with a man. You know, it could be your brother, it could be your significant other, it could be, you know what I'm saying, a friend, family member, whatever it is. Men are different than women. So obviously this is coming from a woman's perspective. I think as women, we are raised, you know, playing with Barbie dolls and kind of creating fantasies where we will complete him, we will bring the best out of him, influence them, or make them see a world, or make them believe in a different type of relationship maybe that they had never had before. And I think that's really beautiful when a person maybe loves you enough to then say, okay, I'm gonna, you know, change what I'm even used to because this person has shown me something that is better for me. The thing about that is two things. When a person, animal, being that has their own self-control, has their own will to make choices on their own, if they are influenced or inspired or motivated by someone that they feel is influencing them in a positive enough way to then subconsciously or consciously change who they are, then that's beautiful because then they made that choice, right? But it's abusive when we choose to manipulate a person because this is my perfect figure of what you should be. You should wear suits when you're with me. You should carry yourself this way. You should talk this way, you know, and like the things that I'm saying right now. What's wrong with a suit? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? Nothing if they willingly see nothing wrong with it. And so in that aspect, sure, you're changing him.
Words of affirmation is usually one of the biggest love languages for most men out there, that and physical touch. So girls, use it to your advantage, not to manipulate him, but to actually build him up, to affirm the good qualities that you love about him. If you're constantly focusing on the things and the areas that you want to change about him, then that's all you're going to see. And that's why a lot of conflict and I guess problems arise in marriages and long-term relationships is because we get so focused on the areas that we want to fix that we forget about the areas that are already good and thriving. And whatever you water is what grows.
Now, most of the time they want to change, you know, and they're like, I need you to be there in order for that to happen. Honey, that is not your responsibility, babe. The tension that you feel within that change means that it's only going to be temporary because it wasn't what he wanted in the beginning. And that's what I think a lot of women do not accept and do not believe. I think I can change him, or, you know, he loves me enough to change. It's great to be a rock. Now listen, I need a rock in order to be that rock. Kalima does. But, you know what I'm saying? If you have enough energy and love to be like, I will not even take that role and still be that role in his life of holding him down and helping him through this, then that's beautiful. But you have to not, here's that number 2 thing, is sacrifice your own peace in order to change someone else. It's distracting from who you are and the betterment of who you can be.
And he said to you, he was not happy.
Yeah, that was a few months earlier.
Right, and you were trying to...
And I was kind of like trying to hang on.
Well, when you're an optimist and you seem like you are, you always think that you can make it better. I'm an optimist. It's going to be better.
Right, well, that was that moment when that happened, I realized, I was like, well, if he's not happy,
Then I'm not happy.
I'm not happy. You know, not because he's not happy, but because I haven't been happy for a long time and I'm not facing it, and he was brave enough to say it first. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so it was like, well, hold on.
Right.
There's something super wrong here.
You know, like I said, wonderful. If you decide that, listen, I would rather go through this roller coaster with him because who he is deep down inside is a beautiful person, and if we could get over this, we could be amazing. But we gotta be careful about that fantasy, you know, like trying to like create this perfect scenario when you are choosing to sort of put your heart on the line in order to try to get this person to change.
Justin Bieber has also shared some wisdom on how he deals with breakups, and it's all about not losing yourself in another person in the first place. He explained to Complex Magazine, quote, "Your girl or your dude, they're always going to disappoint you. Your full identity can't be in that person."
Think about a man who works a lot, who never has time for you really. Well, if he really loves me, he would spend more time with me. You know, not necessarily. Can you change that? Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different scenario. But that's why it goes back to, yes, you can change a person, but only if they want to change. And you have to be able to look at the black and white. There is no gray area with men. It really, really isn't. We ignore the signs because we want to believe in the fantasy. We want to believe in like the possibilities and the potential. Good gracious, that word potential. Raise your hand if you're one of those people who literally find men with potential. Potential is a beautiful thing. Every man should absolutely have potential. But are we only dating them for their potential, or are we dating them for who they are and then working on the potential? You know, it's like, oh, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't work, he doesn't have a car, I do everything, but goodness gracious, does he have a great heart, but goodness gracious, does he have a great heart, and I think he has the potential because he loves me enough, he knows this is what I really want, and he knows that like, if he doesn't get it together, I'm gonna leave. Sometimes an ultimatum is wonderful. If you keep that ultimatum, love, keep that ultimatum, but a lot of women, have y'all seen Chrissy and Jim Jones? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of women don't really stick to it. They temporarily stick to it because the heart gets in the way, and it happens. That's, you know, a life. We go through trials and tribulations, and it's like, wow, like, I still can't seem to let this person go. Something in my heart is saying, don't give up on this person. I think it's a beautiful thing when a woman can withstand that and hold on. I think Chrissy is so intelligent. I was just talking about it the other day. I was like, this woman is so smart. She's clearly a queen. She's probably could have a lot more successful, I mean, come on now, let's not even front. She could totally have a president of a company. She's genius, but she's also a ride or die. She'll hold you down. She'll fight for you. She'll stay with you. She's still classy. She keeps it classy.
One of us has an expectation of the other that we have not communicated. And then we hold them hostage to an uncommunicated expectation. We get upset with them,
so bad.
right? And then we treat them based upon something that they never had an opportunity to respond to. You get that?
You gotta know, you know, hopefully you can weigh the options and say, okay, let me be a better communicator in this. I'm not trying to manipulate. I'm not trying to, oh, one day I'm gonna talk to you, or one day I'm gonna, you know, be intimate with you, and the next day I'm gonna take that away. I'm gonna punish you for that, because if you don't get this together, we're not doing it. You know, like I said, ultimatums, to each his own, but stay true to those ultimatums. But at the same time, don't cross over to manipulation because you want to change someone who does not really care to change, because they don't necessarily think it's ideal for who they are. And you have to be able to communicate, listen, ideally, I feel like my love would be so much stronger if this were in place. Is this something you think you can provide? Is this something that you think we can work on? A lot of men will say what they want to hear, but women know. We have intuition that's like, I don't believe that. And I don't see it either. A lot of women, they won't even give the ultimatum of, if you don't do this, I'm gonna leave, because they know that he ain't gonna do it and he doesn't care if you leave.
Thing is vision. Like the saying goes, you can't hit a target that you can't see. The same concept applies to relationships. A man cannot keep a good woman whose value he's blind to. That's why, you know, when I see women that are giving ultimatums and explaining themselves and threatening how he gonna have to watch her walk away, walk out that door if he keeps mistreating her, and watch her in the arms of another man, I always got the question in my mind like, well, if he can't see you and all your true value and everything that you bring to the table now, what is it gonna matter? What is it gonna matter that he watches you walk out that door? It doesn't. So he has to have vision in order to change. The second thing that he has to have is good sense. Once he understands and realizes.
A quote that I just posted on my Twitter is, too many girls want a man more than they want a good man. Hashtag team no settling. You know what I'm saying? We gotta want a good man more than we want a man. And we all should wait and trust the universe. I mean, I believe in God. So I believe that God has given me so many amazingly mind-boggling blessings that why in the world would I believe that it wouldn't come again? Like, why would I believe that I'm destined for misery when I know that it may just take some time to find the right person? But why would I just be in a relationship where I feel like I have to change this person in order to be happy? It's not making me happy. It's not gonna make you happy in the long run. I want you guys to comment below. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Also on Instagram, KalimaCamTV. Let's talk more about this. Do you agree that, you know, you can change a man if he wants to change? Or do you think that it really doesn't matter if you don't want to change? If you the right type of girl, he will change for you and y'all both gonna be happy. Tell me, you know what I'm saying? Let's have a conversation. I don't believe in arguments. I believe in educated conversations, and if you do too, I would love to join that with you.